Well, here we go. So it's Monday, everybody. A little cloudy and warm here in New York. I don't know where you're at, but heat is always a good thing. Makes you sweat, gets all that icky, yucky, toxicy stuff out of you. But anyway, back to that later when we start talking about the body. But today, I think it's time again to talk about the mind. That great, intelligent, beautiful, robust, colorful, ever thinking, ever analyzing mind of yours, which, if you're half self aware, that mind picks up a lot of things going on in your surroundings, going on in the world, etc. Loves to analyze those things, but can often trip up when it comes to seeing yourself. That's right, yourself. The self that hides, the self that makes excuses, the self that denies. And why is that? I mean, why is it so hard to see yourself accurately? I mean, forget about seeing yourself, period. But in addition, just to see yourself accurately is incredibly difficult. And yesterday I'm listening to this girl talk, and she's talking about having a problem, I think, with her relative grandmother or something. And she's got all this awareness packaged up in these pieces of, well, she does this, and then what I need to do is do this and that. And it's like she's dancing around her grandmother, and she's not necessarily getting at what's happening with her. Let me add that at the same time, she's talking away about all these things that her grandmother is doing and all the things that she's going to do to take care of herself, express a boundary, protect herself, blah, 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 blah. But the focus is entirely on her grandmother. And meanwhile, she's talking and talking, and this is a group setting, and having zero awareness of how long she's talking and talking and talking. So what I get from that is that there's the self that I think I am in the world and that I think I am with other people. And then there's the self that's expressing itself when I'm not paying attention. And that self that expresses itself when I'm not paying attention comes out in me wanting to talk forever, not care that someone's listening, not care that it's even interesting. That's why I made this 5 minutes, because I could easily, if you know me, you know this is true, go on for 20 minutes straight about any topic whatsoever, including a piece of lint. So it's important to understand your audience, what people can pay attention to, not necessarily, though, to understand what I heard in this person, which is this other person is my problem. The truth is that how I'm acting and how I'm aware of myself and what I'm doing about it has everything to do with what this other person is doing. It has everything to do with what this other person is saying. And all of that is not right with me. And that's my self-awareness. I know that what you're doing is not okay with me. And then I go into this mind bleeping about how I'm going to figure out how to control you, the way you talk to me, what you're doing to me, and anything and everything else. But why can't I see that I'm actually self-obsessed? Why can't I see that I think your behavior is something that you're doing to me specifically, as if you wake up thinking about how to screw with me? And that's just so not accurate. Not that there aren't people who have vendettas and resentments and revenges and want to act those things out towards other people. This is true. I do not believe most people are like that. And I do believe that even if the people think like that, they don't typically act like that. So why is it so hard to see ourselves? Why is it that I can't see what I'm projecting? Because there's this constant social instinct to be in constant unison with other people, to think that if you're not getting along, it must be them that you could fix or change. Or if I just express myself more clearly, more succinctly, or more intelligently, or more empathically, then they'll know exactly how I feel, and then they'll change. And all of that is this other focus that will get you nowhere. I mean, even if you're lucky and surrounded by people who adore you, people don't change for other people. They change because of their own circumstances, their own discomfort, right? So when it comes back to myself, this self that I can't see, unfortunately, one of the steps to seeing yourselves more clearly is to A, get into a relationship, B, ask people, when you're going through something, literally ask questions. Am I being more like this? Am I not being like that? So tell me what I'm not seeing about myself. And you have to have trusted relationships and healthy people around you who can see that, who can comment on that, and who can do it in a way that you can hear because there's trust in the relationship. Trust is everything. And trust isn't something that really starts in the relationship. Trust is something that comes from me. Like, I trust myself, I trust my higher power, I trust that I'm going to be good, I trust that my life's going to be taken care of and I'm going to get what I need. So I'm trusting myself to be vulnerable, and I'm also trusting you to tell me how to be vulnerable and to tell me how to see what I don't see. You know, you may not be entirely accurate, but I can take in the information and I can decide what I want to do with it. So for today, think about how you don't see your hidden self. Think about what you're hiding, and think about anything that you want to do to look at that hidden self, to actually figure out what it is that your blind spots are, so you can start to overcome that and change those things you want to change. NicoleDevlin.com. Thanks for hanging around. Have a great day, y'all.